Morning, guys. What a nice day. We're here on the coast of California, and it's a little cool. It's probably about 68, 67, but there's a little breeze coming in off the Pacific, but it feels really super nice. I don't know if you can see, but we're parked right there. We're gonna get a little work done, but Snow just uploaded a video from our trip in the San Juan Islands, and that was a really nice time. Yeah, but there's a lot of days where we just like hanging out, you know, and this is a great spot to do that. I don't know if you can see, but we got the water back behind us, and we got a huge park here, and so it's probably going to be a great day to open the screen door, let the kitties get some fresh air, and then take them for a walk as well. And then Curt needs a walk. So that's what I'm doing right now. I don't know if you can see, but there's this little tiny beach area. Let's see if I can come around here, right here. And then there's a pier that goes out there. And so I'm gonna take a walk on that. It looks like some sort of fishing pier or something. And this is Howe Drive Park. And who knows, maybe this is a time to get the bikes out and do a little bike ride. And one last thing before I check out, there's a lighthouse up there on the point. So maybe I'll walk up there and get my exercise. So take you guys along, see if you enjoy this.
I've been feeling so small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me.
So I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I really had a good job. I loved what I was doing. It was probably the best job I've had in my entire working life. And sort of some of the downsides were I traveled a lot, you know, spent a lot of time in airplanes and hotels and things like that. And there were definitely some pros to that. I've always enjoyed travel. I enjoy seeing different parts of the country and all that stuff. That's super cool. But being by myself in hotels and away from home, away from Snow and the kitties, and away from my family and away from friends, you know, I just got to a point in my life, I'm staring down the barrel of 50 basically. It's got to a point in my life where I wasn't sure if I was focused on the right things. And Snow and I had a conversation, and you know, just try to really shake up the Etch-a-Sketch and talk about what life might look like if we just totally restructured it. And that's kind of, you know, where the thoughts of doing something different began.
City lights looking fun, and I know this is my time now. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna take a trip to Mars. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me. Ooh. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna be myself. I'm gonna be someone else. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. I'm gonna skip my breaks. I'm gonna make mistakes. Try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at these beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, nothing can break me.
So anyway, here I am, about a year, I'm 49 years old, and have a great job. And I just looked at Snow and said, you know, I can maybe do this for another year, maybe 2 years, I don't know, 3, but we got to figure something else out. And, you know, I think she was feeling it too, you know, right? So not only am I, you know, on a plane or in a hotel by myself, but she's at home alone as well. And so, you know, I wasn't the only one who was kind of sort of leading a half a filled life. And so the conversation, it really was very simple. I mean, as soon as I said we need to figure something out, she was right there. She said, yeah, okay, let's do it. And you know, honestly, to retire at this age in the United States is pretty difficult. Cost of living in the United States is pretty high. So we started looking at, you know, cost of living in some other countries, and Southeast Asia had come up a lot. And you know, we had just gotten back from a 3-week trip in China and Japan, and it was a great time, and enjoyed it. So we learned of the cost of living over there. That appealed to me because it meant with what we'd squirreled away, we could probably go ahead and hang it out. But Snow wasn't really comfortable with making that big of a jump right off the bat. And so we started discussing other options. And one of the driving factors was we wanted to be able to take, you know, our kitties with us on our journey. And so we kind of started looking at what that might look like. And I tried to get her in to look at some RVs. You know, if you guys have ever looked at RVs, there's some amazing buses and different size RVs out there with all the amenities. And honestly, Snow wasn't intrigued by those. She was not, no, hell no. So anyway, long story short, I talked her into going to an RV place, and she saw the Sprinter vans, and she said, you know, I could do this in one of those things. And so that's kind of where the Sprinter van thing started. We started researching, and you know, and then from there, once we made the decision, and I guess this goes for anything in life, once you make a decision, everything else gets easy. And so we started to learn how to convert a van and what that might look like. We went into research mode, and yeah, that was pretty interesting. You guys have noticed it. Well, while I'm talking, I made it out to the end of this pier. So the lighthouse is right back there. There's the water break. There's sort of the inlet, if you will, and the mountains. And there's a seagull. And there's a cool white bird. Look at that thing. Does that bird have a name?
Her name is Riggs. Say hi.
Hi.
Hi, baby.
Oh, that is so cool. What's the name again?
Her name is Riggs. They thought she was a
Riggs?
boy, but she's a girl.
Oh, wow.
It's our baby.
Riggs. And what is your name?
Natalie.
So I'm out here, and I just met this awesome lady with a bird, and the bird was cool. Said hello. You'll see that. But I was talking to her about our journey and her journey, and she said she had this professor. It's the best advice she said she ever got, and that was to live your question. And I thought that was very thought-provoking, especially given the topic we're talking about right now. But we've been doing that. We've been able to see some amazing things. But I want to get back to how we ended up in the van, or why we ended up in the van. And so once we made the decision, as I said, everything there was relatively easy. I mean, I had a lot to learn about van electric, solar, just everything to convert the van, which I had no earthly idea when we started. But Snow and I planned that thing together, you know, the layout and what we were going to do, and it worked out well, and we had a strategy. And so we're on a journey. And we've been in it now, I think, going on 4 months. And so we've left Florida, we've headed across the United States, we've vlogged our journey, so check those out. But we've seen some amazing things, and we find ourselves wondering why we didn't make this decision earlier.
Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distractions. We'll get away, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow, we can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out, die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's go, let's be free with me.
We find ourselves wondering why we didn't make this decision earlier. And you know, I've talked to other people about that, and you know, one is finance. Although, you know, I will say this, you know, the van conversion was expensive, but our cost of living right now, our budget is so low, you guys probably wouldn't believe it if I told you. And we're seeing some amazing things. But it's not about that. It's just about getting out there and seeing and doing, and not taking for granted what's there. I can't tell you how many times I've walked past a park or a scenic view and never even looked. And you know, if you stop and smell the flowers or turn over the rock, you never know what you're gonna find. And we just have an amazing time. But our journey, once we leave the US, we're gonna be in Mexico probably in around December. And then from there, Central America, South America, we put it in a boat and take it over to Africa, Europe, across Russia, South Korea, Japan, and then Southeast Asia, Australia, New Zealand. So that's the journey we're on. We hope you guys come along, watch our travel series, watch our Tech Talk series, and yeah, we hope you enjoy this video. Thanks, we'll see you on the next one.